Hello gardener, welcome to my gardening channel. Today we're talking all about growing daikon, also called Korean radish, from seed all the way to harvest. Daikon is a versatile, fast-growing root vegetable that's a staple in many Asian cuisines. Unlike small, round radishes, daikon is long, crisp, and mildly sweet, making it perfect for stir fries, pickling, soups, and even eating it raw. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Jerra. I've been gardening all of my life, and I'm a professional seed and plant nursery. I love to share my knowledge and teach others how to garden and grow food. So you've come to the right place if you want to improve your gardening skills. Daikon, which means big root in Japanese, has been grown for centuries across Japan, China, and Korea, where it's prized for its flavor, health benefits, and ability to break up compacted soil as a natural cover crop. It's easy to grow, thrives in cool weather, and quickly produces impressive large roots with very little effort. So a very easy root crop to grow. I'll walk you through everything you need to know from choosing the right variety to planting, caring for, and harvesting your daikon. And if you need seeds, I have some on my website. I'll link it below in the description. This is my daikon patch right here. It's massive right now. First, let's talk about cultivar selection because there are several varieties of daikon to choose from when you're shopping for seeds. The most common types grown to eat their roots are the Japanese cultivars that have a long white root similar to a carrot. They have a very mild flavor and are great for fresh eating, pickling, and grating. Some examples include Minnow Early and Narima. Then there are some varieties that are short and wide. These are typically called Korean or Chinese radish. It is the type commonly used when making kimchi. Some examples of this variety include Big Time and Cheongdu. There are differences between color of daikon. Not all of them have white roots. The very popular watermelon radish, which is considered a type of small round daikon, has a bright neon pink interior. Then there are some cultivars that are purple, red, or green, or some are white with green shoulders. I always recommend trying a mix of varieties to see what you like best. Growing daikon extends beyond the kitchen because it can be used as a fall or winter cover crop. Cover crops help reduce nutrient loss, add organic matter to the soil, prevent erosion, and make soil nutrients more available to plants. Daikon radish is a good choice because its long, thick, quick-growing roots go deep into compacted soils and break down quickly, releasing nutrients into the soil. When the roots decompose, they leave channels behind, making it easier for water to soak in. If you plant daikon radish early, its thick growth prevents weeds and their seeds from germinating. If you plan to grow daikon as a cover crop, Minnoways is a popular variety. If harvested before it gets too mature, it can be eaten, or let it mature and decompose to use as a cover crop, so it is an all-purpose daikon variety. Let's discuss ideal growing conditions so you pick the best spots to grow daikon in your garden. Daikon is a cool season crop, meaning it grows best in spring and fall when temperatures range between 50 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. If exposed to high heat, it gets stunted in growth, the roots get fibrous, and the flavor gets more intense. So really important that you grow it in cool weather. Daikon can tolerate cold down to about 25 degrees Fahrenheit, so it is an excellent fall and winter crop for gardeners in mild winter climates where it doesn't get under around 25 degrees Fahrenheit. This is mostly garden zones 9B and up. Everyone else that garden in areas that get colder than 25 degrees Fahrenheit, so garden zones below 9B, should plan on growing it as an early spring crop. Daikon grows best in full sun, but can handle some light shade. Aim for at least 6 hours of full sun. Keep the soil consistently moist, but not waterlogged. Drought stress can cause tough, woody roots, and soils that are too moist encourage root rot. If you are growing daikon to eat its roots, then the preference is for those roots to be nice, long, and straight. Therefore, grow daikon in loose, deep soil that will not constrict root development. Some cultivars of daikon grow roots that are over 18 inches long. Just saying. That is why it is great for breaking up soils. If you're growing daikon for this purpose, then it is not necessary to till or break apart the soil before planting. The number one thing to note about fertilizing daikon is to avoid too much nitrogen. It will encourage lots of leafy growth but smaller roots. Use phosphorus and potassium-rich fertilizers or add compost before planting. But that's about it. It doesn't require much in terms of nutrients or additional fertilizer. Now let's talk about when and how to sow seeds for daikon. For a spring crop, sow seeds 2 to 4 weeks before your last average spring frost date. For a fall crop, sow seeds 8 to 10 weeks before your first average winter frost date. In warmer climates like garden zones 9B and up, daikon is better grown through winter as it tolerates light frost and actually tastes sweeter after exposure to cold temperatures. I start sowing seeds in October with the last chance being in January just to make sure I harvest before it starts getting way too hot. And I'm zone 10A. Daikon radishes grow best when direct sown in the garden. Just like other root crops like carrots, for example, transplanting is not a good idea because it can either damage or cause the root to grow in an odd shape. Because of this, I only recommend direct sowing the seeds, but it's super easy, I promise. To direct sow, prepare the soil by loosening planting it at least 12 inches deep to allow long roots to grow properly. Also, remove any weeds. I follow square foot gardening guidelines, which says to plant 9 regular sized Daikon radish per square foot or 4 per square foot if growing the giant varieties. I mark my squares by pressing a bamboo stick into the soil just to get an idea of spacing. I am planting minaways, which is a standard size Daikon, so I make 9 total holes about ½ inch deep in each square, equally spacing them apart. I sprinkle a few seeds in each hole, cover with about ¼ inch of soil, and water them in. If growing Daikon in a row, space them 4 to 6 inches apart in rows that are spaced 3 feet apart. Seeds germinate in about 5 to 7 days. Once seedlings have a few leaves, thin out the weakest seedlings, keeping 1 strong seedling in each hole to prevent overcrowding. Thinning is very important. If Daikon grows too close together, they won't form large roots. Daikon radishes are fairly pest resistant, but a few common garden insects can be an issue. Flea beetles, which are tiny black beetles, like to jump between plants and chew tiny holes in the leaves. Organic treatment options include covering plants with floating row covers, spraying with neem oil, sprinkling diatomaceous earth around the base of plants, and setting up yellow sticky traps. For severe infestations, spray with spinosad or a pyrethrin-based treatment. I'll link in the description to where you can find all of these treatments. You might notice aphids gathering on the underside of the leaves, especially during the springtime. They like to suck the juices out of tender new growth. A few of them is no big deal, but in large numbers, they can quickly suck the life out of your plants. They also transmit a lot of diseases to plants when they puncture them as they feed. Since they are a food source for ladybugs, I like to spray them off with a strong blast from my water hose. But if the situation gets really bad, spray with an organic insecticidal soap or spinosad. Daikon can also be infested by whiteflies, which feed on plant sap and spread diseases. To help control whiteflies, you can release predatory fungus gnats or set up yellow sticky traps. Research is saying that adult whiteflies are attracted to lime green light, so if you put a light green LED light near the yellow sticky traps, you will collect more adult whiteflies. I also like to spray the underside of the leaves with spinosad to kill whitefly nymphs or their larvae. Most Daikon diseases come from excess moisture and poor air circulation. The most common ones are dampening off that kills young seedlings, downy mildew, which looks like white fuzz growth on the leaves, and black rot, which causes leaves to turn yellow and rots the roots. To prevent these types of diseases, proper spacing with good air circulation to keep plants as dry as possible is key. Avoid overhead watering as much as possible. If you notice any of these diseases, spray with 1 cup of hydrogen peroxide per gallon of water every 3 to 5 days to help clean and disinfect. Hopefully by following my growing tips, you arrive at the harvest point. Daikon is ready to harvest in 40 to 70 days, depending on the variety that you've selected. You want to harvest them before they become overly mature and start bolting or go to the flowering stage, because then the roots get fibrous with a more intense flavor. Here is one that is sending up a strong stalk in the center and it has started flowering, so this means it's gone to the bolting stage. I should have harvested this one a while ago, but anyways, let's harvest it right now. Just grab it at the base and pull it upwards. If you have to, loosen the soil around it to make pulling it easier. I'm actually kind of disappointed by the size of this one. I was really expecting a much bigger root for how much plant mass we have here. But the fact that this is bolting without the root being fully mature means then that I've been experiencing some hot weather or temperatures. So it's causing maybe some of them to go to the bolt stage earlier than what we would like. But still, this root is completely edible and it probably tastes really nice and sweet and tender. So I'm definitely going to grate it up, marinate it, and eat it fresh. I have another one here that is obviously ready for harvest. It is popping up out of the ground by several inches and it looks like a nice big size one. So let's pull this one out. Yeah, that is much, much better. I direct sowed the seeds for this Daikon in this spot a little more than 2 months ago. It hasn't been fully 3 months yet. So the fact that a root can grow this quickly is insane to me. When I grow carrots, it takes them a good solid 4 months to be a nice big size root to the point that I like for harvesting. So yeah, Daikon grows really, really fast. So that was the first few of Daikon that I thought might be ready for harvest. What I like to do next is basically check each plant, kind of push back some soil from the top to kind of see how wide the root is getting. And if they're over 1.5 to 2 inches, then that's a pretty good indicator that you can harvest them. If they're still too small, just leave them, give them a few more weeks, they'll grow and size up soon. A lot of these have some really thick stems, so you would think that maybe that root is ready, but pushing back the soil, they're still kind of on the small side. So I'm just gonna leave them for maybe 2-3 more weeks and then I'll check them again. All right, so this is the only one the garden gave me today, but there are plenty more that will be ready in just a few more more weeks. I'm going to be making my favorite Korean style pickled radish with carrots and cucumber recipe, and I'll link in the description to my video that shows how I make it. Store your unwashed daikon in the fridge in a plastic bag for up to 2 weeks. For long-term storage, keep them at around 32 degrees Fahrenheit with 95% humidity, and they can store for up to 10 weeks. Daikon can also be pickled, fermented, or frozen for use later. So that's everything that you need to know about growing daikon from seed to harvest. This fast-growing, low-maintenance root veggie is perfect for beginners and experienced gardeners alike. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my gardening tutorials. Happy gardening, and I'll see you in the next video.